Profit here at NDTV Profit. I am Mahima Vatrajan, and with me, as always, is Puneet Zaveri. Well, before we move on to all the queries that you have for us on the show today, let's take a quick look as to how the markets are doing. Well, the Nifty 50 has cooled off from its day's high point. Let's try to pull the charts up. It did start, of course, on a very positive note with IT stocks rallying, but right now it's cooled off, up by just about 0.15%. Just 38 points of an uptick is what we're seeing, below the 25,500 levels, well below the 25,500. And graphite India in that range of 4 to 6% on the green side. But on the flip side, Western Living, RFC, SKF, as well as Apple and Chalet Hotels seeing a downtick anywhere between that 3 to 4 odd percent. So that's with regards to where the markets go. But let's welcome in our guest for the day, Girish Sodani, the co-founder of Ensure Capital, and Ajit Mishra, SVP Research at Religare Broking, joining us now. Welcome to both of you, gentlemen, and thank you so much for taking out the time. I'll start taking the first question, and this is from Sriram Raghuram, who's writing us from Chennai, asking about ABFRL. He's bought this at an average price of 108 and 50 shares. So both AB.
So the next question that's coming in is on Motilal Oswal. Now a viewer as Malika has actually bought it at 957, and she wants a short-term view on this particular stock because she's currently in the losses. So Ajit, welcome to the show. What would you recommend Malika to do at this point of time? Is it good enough to average? Any views?
Yeah, good afternoon, Puneet. So Puneet, we are seeing that the recovery attempt which the stock experienced some time back has failed, means we could not reclaim the long-term averages, and now again we are back to the square, means it's set to retest the previous swing lows also. So this indicates possible pain ahead. In case if the stock fails to hold 710, then probably this correction might continue towards 650 levels also. So in my opinion, she should maintain a stop at 710, and in case if it witnesses any recovery, 775 is going to be the first hurdle, and above that 820 will be the major hurdle at the long-term area. So.
All right, so that's you coming on Motilal Oswal. Viewers, you're tuning in, just a gentle reminder, you can either call us or WhatsApp us on the numbers that will be flashing on your screen up there. There you go, that's the WhatsApp number. And the calling number will also be flashing on your screen in a bit. But we've got our first caller, in fact, of this afternoon edition. Kunal is calling us from Chennai. Kunal, hi. A very good afternoon to you. I believe you have a question on Hindustan Copper.
Yes, good afternoon. So I just bought Hindustan Copper a few minutes back at 587.
Okay.
And I would like to know the maybe mid to short-term view that we can look onto this stock, please.
Kunal, can I ask you as to why did you buy it right now? Is it something that you saw on the charts?
Yes, I did see some movement on the chart today. I think for the past few days it was a bit range-bound, but then today there seems to be some potential of breaking away from that range. So just wanted to know if there is an uptick possible.
Fair. Let's find that out then. Ajit, I'll come to you. Hindustan Copper, do you think Kunal's reading is correct?
So Ekta, metal as an entire pack, in fact, is buzzing from the morning, and finally we are seeing a bit of a relief or rebound after the strong phenomenal surge that we saw in both in copper and in zinc. So they were largely trading in a very tight range, as Kunal has rightly mentioned. Today we are seeing that the stock is attempting to reclaim its short-term moving averages. Definitely it's a good sign. But consolidation is more likely to continue. So upside seems capped. So close to around 610, 620 is the area basically where we have multiple resistances for in copper. So for him, I feel 570 is going to be the critical support area. So that should be a stop loss in case if we wish to carry his position for the next trading session.
Got the view, Ajit, and I think that might be the fastest query we've gotten, right? Someone purchased it, come on to the show, ask a query, got a response, and probably that will help you, and I hope it does at this point of time. But that's all about Ask Profit. That's why we have two in a day now to solve all your stock-related queries, both in the morning and in the afternoon as well. But the next question that's coming in is on HDFC Bank, and our viewer Amrut is asking if it's a good time to buy this counter. What would you recommend, Ajit?
So my opinion is to focus more on PSU banks if the view is short term, or within the private banking space, Axis and Kotak, they are comparatively better placed. Both ICICI in fact is trying to form a base, but HDFC on the other hand is trading southwards. So in my opinion, avoid any fresh buying if the view is short term.
Okay, all right. So that's you coming in on HDFC Bank. The next question that we have is This from Satyan, who's of course our regular viewer. Satyan, I think we should stop taking your query in the morning show as well as the evening show. We keep a track of that. But anyways, he's saying as to what is the reason as to why Ahluwalia contract is diving south today. Can I average his buying price as 1,000 rupees? Ajit, I'll come to you on this one. Would you recommend that trade?
So it looks like consolidation or a sideways tone to continue, at least in the near future. So in case if you already have existing positions, avoid any fresh buying at current levels. Maybe close to around, let's say 700, 650 zone. Around that area you may consider, but not at current levels.
For that view, Ajit. And the next question that's coming in is on IKS. Now, Murli from Bengaluru is actually holding 200 shares of this particular counter. He's not mentioned at what price. He actually wants to buy 200 shares of this counter, and since it has fallen, so let's look at the 1 week chart of this. Today it's also stocks down 4%. His question is, does it have any AI impact on his business? Because it's also falling post its results. But Girish, do you track this counter? Any view that you can offer Murli on IKS, what he should do?
Sorry, I don't track this counter. So as of now, no any fresh view as of.
Ajit, on the charts, is the move likely done on the downside? What would you recommend?
So Puneet, in fact, we have slipped below the critical swing low. In the month of October, it made a low close from 1430, and then it witnessed a marginal rebound. So this indicates more pain, and the kind of volumes that the stock is experiencing on the down days is also high. So avoid any bottom fishing at current levels. In case you have any existing position, use any recovery towards 1500, 1550 zone to reduce.
All right, so that's you coming in on IKS Solutions. We've got our next caller, Rakesh Gupta, is calling us from New Delhi. Rakesh.
For the rapid fire round in this edition of Ask Profit, Girish as well as Ajit, I request you to keep your answers on buy, sell or hold so that we can take as many in the next 3 minutes. The first one that's coming in is on SJS Enterprises. Sudhir M is asking if it's a good time to enter. Ajit, what would you recommend?
Yes, with stop at 1790 for target of 1940, 1950.
Okay, Tara Power is the next one. Ashok Pai wants to know if this is a good.
Actually, one more query, Ajit, on the technical side of IRFC, what would you recommend at the current price?
Looks weak to me, and in fact the entire pack is weak. 102, that's the immediate and critical support. In case if it fails to hold, exit.
Okay, Patel Engineering bought at 55. Should I hold?
A right time to buy into ITCs, what Anil is asking. What would you recommend, Ajit?
Prefer Colgate.
Okay, Wipro 73 shares bought at the levels of 216. Should I continue to?
Reliance Power, unfortunately, bought at 450 by NKS. He's holding 100 shares. What should he do, Ajit? Is there a chance of, because it's trading at 25, so what would you recommend?
I doubt that it ever traded on that price because 320
maybe bought at the peak of the peaks. I think I don't know for Reliance Power.
So no point arguing with the market. If market verdict is out, you should take losses.
Okay, Kalyan Jewellers is the next one. Bought at the levels of 401. What should I do? Is the question that viewer is asking, Ajit.
Hold.
Natco Pharma bought at 1200.
Okay, Texmaco 1200 shares, average buying price 164. Mahindra wants to know if you can continue to hold or sell. Ajit, your view?
Texmaco Rail, right?
Yes.
Reduce.
Bharti Airtel bought at 1893 by Sayan. What should we do, Ajit?
Book some profits.
Okay, SBI bought at the levels of 780, 1500 shares. What, Ashish?
Next one's on Hyundai India, bought at 2695. Ajit, Archana is asking what she should do for the next 6 months.
Hold with stop at 2040 and 2400, 2500 positional targets.
Okay, Eternal bought at 291. Can there be a reversal at this point in the next 1 month, Ajit?
Seems unlikely. Maintain stop at 240.
Dixon Tech bought at 13,400 by Murli. Correct. Well, that's the end of the rapid fire as well as this edition of Ask Profit. But Ajit as well as Girish, thanks so much for helping us solve almost 30 queries in this session. And with that, Mahima, what is our grand total for today?
102.
102. So we've crossed 100 together for the first time. But and it's a good feeling. But we'll let Somit know as well. But that's all the time we have on this edition of Ask Profit. Stay tuned. India Market Close comes up next.